When I met my wife, she was just coming out from a party around midnight. It was really nice, really, you know. I met her at a stoplight. She wanted my number. She saw me, and I was like, okay. And then we started talking and went from there. While she was partying, she was talking to other guys and stuff too. And little did I know she was talking to people while me and her were intimate and stuff. So I was like, are you cheating or what? You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of made me at first, a year later, believe that he's probably not my son. Me and Shamiya had a really, really rough relationship together at first. Little did we know, both of our families were extremely racist. Like her family didn't like me, and my family did not agree with her or like her. And so there was a pass. I had to make it work by letting go of my family and her letting go of her family. My son's birth was extremely traumatic. He came out with like a egghead look like. It was actually like a cone head. His skull was cracked in 3 places and he had a hematoma. He was in NICU for 30 days. We couldn't take him home. We couldn't hold him until the 30th day, until he was healed. To see him going straight to surgery is like seeing everything in your life flash before yourself. It's like seeing the most important thing to you just almost like just get taken away temporarily. It was stressful. It was really scary. It was definitely amazing that he survived. After the baby is born, my wife's family and my family both messaged me saying that there's no way that's your son, and she's a cheater and all that other stuff. And I could believe that she'd be a cheater because she used to be a bad, party person and cheater before. I had every right to believe that she cheated on me, and that my son isn't actually mine. When we would argue, there would be things she tells me, like saying that my son, he isn't mine, that he's someone else's, and this and that. And him not being my son, if he isn't my son, would just hurt me a lot. If she lied to me, I honestly don't think I could forgive her because, like, it's ridiculous. I could never forgive her if she'd ever do that to me.
Your son's born. He's your miracle baby. He's gone through so much to survive, and then your husband says, by the way, I don't think he's not mine. How hard is that for you?
It was so devastating. Especially at this time of my life when I was told that I would never have kids and I finally get to have a miracle baby, and then he's sick and I needed that support, and he told me, like, I don't think he's mine, and I just got instantly depressed.
Why do you think he doubts that the little boy is his?
When I got with my husband, I was still in a prior marriage, but I was going through a divorce, and I had a boyfriend, and I was I ain't gonna lie.
Wait a second. You were married, had a boyfriend, and then you were seeing your current husband.
Yes.
So we call that a triple play. When did he become aware of this situation?
When I was served with the divorce papers.
Was he there?
Yes, he was right there, and they caught us. We were having a good time at the house, and they came and knocked on the door, and it was like, "Hey, busted, got you." So.
And what was his reaction?
He was like, "You're married?"
That's a pretty good story.
Yeah, scary one, but good.
Yeah. And then how'd you break up with the boyfriend?
Over a text message.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Taylor Swift song. I had to literally, like, let them know, like, this is it. You've been replaced. That's the end.
Yeah.
Your services is needed. They're not needed here no more, because I was so in love with everything that Tristen could. We had an intellectual attachment, and I hadn't been able to find that. I'm really smart, and my husband's really smart, so.
Nothing like pat yourself on the back, huh? So how long have you and Tristen been married now?
Since 2020.
Since 2020. Oh, you got married during the pandemic.
August 14th.
Oh, yeah.
August 14th.
Small wedding, right?
The family members that didn't believe us was actually the ones who went to be witnesses, and they booed us.
They booed you?
Yeah, they was like, boo!
What
And
did
at the
you
time,
do?
I was pregnant, so I just was like not trying to.
Yeah.
You know, I was high risk pregnancy, so I couldn't have any drama for myself.
Right.
So
But
I
if you weren't
I
pregnant,
endured a lot.
if you weren't pregnant, you would have been kicking some ass.
Pretty much.
You, in your mind, you know Tristen is the father.
I know 1,000% sure that he is the father.
What if he's not?
Oh Lord. There's no possible way. I'm
Okay.
telling you, I'm in love with my husband, and this Steve. So when my son was born, it was supposed to be a simple hematoma, but it turned out to be a cancerous tumor that ruptured, and he was born dead actually. So when we went to sign the birth certificate, I wanted to kiss him one last time, and he started to breathe. So they rushed him to the NICU. We were at the university in Chicago, and they rushed him. They had him on life support during the MRI. They were trying to save him. He kept on, stopped breathing. He was on life support. They had to use so many joules and cc's to try to bring him back several times. And, you know, for almost 8 months, he stood with a helmet on his head. He still wears a helmet. And in July, he had another cyst removed. And we just had a follow-up appointment with him, and it's coming back. They're testing the tissue in his skull. Sorry.
All right, I can understand it.
They're testing his tissue in his skull. They said he wouldn't walk or talk for a year, and that was in July. He's walking and talking, and I speak 12 languages, and my son speaks 3.
Tristen is a little younger than you. And,
yeah.
And you know, 16 months ago, he was younger, and you know, wouldn't you say he's got a little streak of immaturity about him?
Yes.
Yeah. What's going on, Tristen?
Hey, how's it going?
So she says to you, one day she comes to you and says, I'm pregnant, right?
I had no emotions, so I didn't know how to react.
You what?
She was my first ever. I didn't know how to react. She was my first ever relationship.
Oh, you were a
True,
virgin.
real relationship. Yes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Damn, Shamiya!
I love you.
And you're still totally in love with Shamiya, right?
I love Shamiya so much. Right?
Ah.
I never leave her.
Hey, Shamiya, it's like you have
I
two.
hope not.
Shamiya, it's like you have 2 sons.
Yes, you can say that.
Technically, when he chooses that game over us, it is like that, you know.
Yeah.
I had to take the game from him. Like, that's it, restrict it.
All right, Tristen, you took a DNA test because you have some doubts, because when you first met Shamiya, she was married, had a boyfriend, girlfriend, she had everything going on. You had
She did.
Yeah, she got a little doubt, so you're here today to find out, and you took a DNA test. And the results for that DNA test, Tristen, is that you are the father of Shamiya's life.
I love you so much. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Man, Steve, I swear to God, I told Tristen, I promised I was done being a serial thought. That was it.
Yeah.
So,
But this story has everything. I mean, you know, we got the emotion of, you know, your child and this love story and, you know, everything that's going on with your family. You know, pop culture references. We had, you know, Taylor Swift. And then with your husband, it's like Madonna, like a virgin. So, really, you know, we really had everything covered there.
yes.
And the other thing that we all hope for you is that, you know, whatever silly prejudices that your families have, they can put that aside. You know, you guys love each other. You're married. You got this beautiful little boy. I would hope that everybody would say, hey, we have a grandson, we have a nephew, we have a cousin, and really love that little boy like he deserves to be. So listen, so happy for you. Now, Tristen, now that you know, now you gotta take a little load off her plate, right? Gotta help her.
Yeah.
And Shamiya, when I'm in Chicago, I'm gonna let you know, because I wanna have lunch with you, okay?
All right, Steve, thank you so much. You cleared
Take
my
care.
name.
Good luck to you.
I love
I was raped.
My name is Steve Wilkos, and I'm an investigative talk show host with a law enforcement background.
It was my life or his.
My job is to get truth and justice for everyday people. Watch our videos now.